So, welcome to Expat Pro and welcome to Arnold Property. And today we are here with Khun PITI, is the lawyer and actually the owner of the Expat Pro company.
Yep.
And we're going to ask him some questions regarding the Thai law, because there's quite some people who actually don't know that if you have property in Thailand, you also should have a Thai will.
Well, exactly. Well, there are a lot of customers who come here and ask question whether or not they need a Thai will. And here today we're going to answer that question. Well, basically, a Thai will, a foreigner who lives in Thailand, has property in Thailand, actually they need a will, just like many other countries, that a will is a document where it explains the existence of the property, of the estate, and most importantly, how to deal with it after your death.
Okay, so if you have a property here in Thailand, you own a house, and you have a will in your own country, does it also apply in Thailand?
Well, that's a very good question, because although many other Thai law office will say, no, you need another Thai will, but actually a will executed in accordance with the foreign law is valid in Thailand.
Okay, but you have to go through court.
Correct.
It is a more complicated situation. If you would have a Thai will, you make it more easy.
Well, actually, when you make a will in a foreign country, normally you will not include the property in Thailand. Okay, so but if you make a will in accordance with your home country's law, then although it can be used in Thailand, but you need to prove that it is valid under your home country's law, under your domestic law.
Right.
So it could be complicated to the Thai court to understand the law of your country. Therefore, that's why the Thai will is recommended.
Okay. And the Thai will, must it always be in the Thai language?
No, actually it's not. But at the time that you want to enforce that will, you will just need to translate it into Thai, because Thai court will not accept any other language than Thai.
Right, so the document eventually has to be in Thai.
Yeah.
And so, actually, if you just grab a piece of paper, can you make your own Thai will? Or is it actually necessary or wise, to go to a Thai lawyer?
Oh, thank you, Bernardo. It's a good question. Although the Thai will could be simply made by your handwriting, and you don't need any witnesses. However, if you come to see a professional, you will be able to make a Thai will in a very let's say from a different dimension, and then we could give you the suggestion of how you should deal with your estate, or what could be the potential problem. You don't want to cause that problem to your family members after your death.
No.
You want to make sure that everything goes smoothly, and
Exactly.
we're here for that.
Now that is actually one of the important things, when somebody passes away, you already are in a very sad situation, and if there is also a lot of uncertainties, about the property, how to access the bank account, then I would say consult a lawyer. Okay. So, and also, do you have to appoint like an executor of your will? Because, if you pass away by an accident, and you have your Thai will, but who's going to execute that will?
Well, it is recommended to have to appoint an executor, in your Thai will, because if you don't, then you will have let's say your family member will need to find consent, the agreement between among all of them, okay, before they can appoint one executor. It will make the procedure unnecessarily complicated.
Right. So actually, the best is to come to a company like yours, a law firm, and tell the lawyer who will be the beneficiaries and what is the property into your will. It can be houses, it can be cars, it can be bank accounts. Everything what you own in Thailand. It should be actually in the Thai will. How much will you charge to make a Thai will?
Well, my office offer a package of 10,000 baht per one will during this COVID time. But in general, after if the COVID is gone, we might increase the price by 2,000 baht, so it will be 12,000.
Okay, and then you will keep a copy of the Thai will.
Yep.
And once it is needed, you also will be the executor of the Thai will.
We could be the executor, but we would not recommend us to be the first person in your list. We'll recommend that you put your family member, especially the beneficiary, as the executor of your will, but only in case that the first or the second executor is not available or unable to do his duty, then of course we could take care of that.
Okay. So, come to the conclusion, I think it's very wise, to make a Thai will if you have property in Thailand. And we will give you the details from the company, from PITI, Expat Law. And if you have any other questions, please make an appointment with PITI, and he's more than willing to help. Right?
Yes, exactly.
Thank you. And we will do another interview with PITI about another subject when we come back to that. Thank you so much and have a nice day.
Thank you, guys.
All right.